How is everyone's afternoon? Or whatever time it is, wherever you happen to be. It doesn't necessarily have to be afternoon. Also, hey Sawyer. How's lurking stuff? Poop anus. Okay, good to hear. We're gonna play some fucking Satisfactory today. Because we can do that. Because I'm addicted to that, and because we haven't gotten to the official stopping point of all things Satisfactory playthroughs, building a computer factory before fucking off in the
My milkshakes bring all the boys to the yard and dare like, guess what, idiot has been here in this pool for 70 months. Should probably get out and dry off to not look like a raisin made out of other smaller raisins.
One glorious fucking streak. A raisin made out of other smaller raisins that was once a man, but is now the shiniest squidling. Thank you for your continued support. You're getting pretty close to 6 years. That's a long-ass time. That's an actual long-ass time. So we gotta build a computer factory. Last week we played Satisfactory, spent most of our time largely prepping for this, vis-a-vis the power situation. Is the power and the amount of motors that I have situation.
To the squiddy pool.
Both of those had to be dealt with to some
All your
extent.
base belong to us.
Bonus
Also
96. Splash. 34 months in the pool. You're getting close to 3 years as well. You with the shiniest squiddling. I got this weird, like, cold in my nose that won't actually go away. I got a little sick a couple days ago, just like got a sore throat, and then it pretty much went away for 2 days, and now it's just chilling, like up in here. Making the whole general sinuses region on the inside of my face just feel vaguely unpleasant, and my eyes feel kind of passively sore all the time. I would like to live in a world where when you stop being sick, or when you start getting over being sick, you continue you're getting over being sick, and then you are not sick anymore. Not that it does this, like, back and forth fluctuation bullshit for 10 years before it actually goes away. Chug a fistful of wasabi. See, I had that theory, but I don't actually feel like that's really going to help this particular situation. Maybe it will. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe if I just take an entire tube of processed wasabi and spray it directly into my eyes, it'll just solve everything. We have a tube of wasabi for almost specifically that exact reason. We don't eat anything wasabi goes on, but we have like a little tube of mega concentrated wasabi to basically use medicinally. We have medicinal wasabi. It's like the Japanese version of weed, I'm pretty sure. Is drilling holes into my sinuses and putting silicone plugs to empty them out on demand a good idea? I mean, it's something I would not be totally opposed to trying at this juncture. Honestly, Dingling, I can't holy shit on it. So I've realized something. Putting the podcast episodes together, especially for Extinction Curse, not over here so much, but over here, especially for Extinction Curse and for making highlights out of that. I don't know when this happened, or when this started, or what changed exactly. And the fact that I have not seen a single person mention anything or complain at all in chat at any point during any stream has further just cemented the fact that nobody who watches Twitch has ears. My audio got colossally terrible. I don't know what happened or what caused this or what was the change that brought this on, but my mic has been absolute and complete dog shit for at least a week. Like, not even just worse than usual, it is utterly terrible. It is so bad. It took me like an hour of effort in Vegas this morning to clean up that Extinction Curse highlight I posted. Just because my audio is so shit that I had to cut every clip up into 1,000 little tiny slices and apply all these different modifiers and effects and envelopes to it to make it tolerable. How? To mention by like one person, how has everyone not been screaming about how god-awful my audio quality has been? I don't know what happened. I didn't change anything that I'm aware of, but holy fuck, it was so bad. It was so bad. ideal. Well, it do sound fine to me now. Oh, I have fucked with it, so hopefully it is better, at least somewhat now. But I imagine this is going to take a couple streams of audio finagling to sort. This should definitely be better than it has been. They lost their ears. I don't know. Hexy, you didn't even say shit to me. It's been awful. I can't believe anybody has watched any stream I've put on the last 2 weeks without wanting to blow their brains out from what is actually just continual clipping. It was everything. Every sound that came through this microphone was ear rape. It was actually just constant ear rape clipping every time I open my mouth. And the Extinction Curse second episode, I'm really sad because, dear Lord, it's basically ruined. It's unwatchable. It's unwatchable how bad it is. I've been saying it out loud to my monitor if that helps. It is not Hexy. I drowned it out, whatever it is. It is admittedly probably less noticeable during my personal streams when it's just me, because you have no basis of comparison for people that are using human microphones with human audio settings with their human voices to have alongside my constant ear rape. Maybe you just got acclimated. And it may have been it may have been mentioned during Extinction Curse because I can't read chat nearly as much when I'm playing Pathfinder. I just have so much stuff I have to do. Are you using another Mac with streaming Pathfinder though? Not Extinction Curse, no, I'm sitting right here. That's why it's the Age of Ashes episodes, the ones I really go back and look through, and they all sounded fine because they're on these mics over here and that they're fine. This is all perfectly okay. There's no problems there. It's this shit. This Yeti. What happened to you, Yeti? Why are you so sad? What did I hit? Like, did something get fucking fiddled? I'm so sniffed now. I need to, like, actually get... Hold on. In 1 second. Okay. I had to go fetch a box of tissues from the living room. Box of magical green screen tissues from the living room that can sit there, I guess. I'm not really positive where I'm gonna put that. I guess there. This whole sinus irritation thing is becoming more irritating than I anticipated it to be, so I anticipate I am going to require this box of tissues to sit here while I am streaming today. And I believe... I did. I don't anymore. Once upon a time, I had a button on my stream deck that turned my face cam off and on. I should probably get that button back. That is a button that I should re-find. Oh well. Because I'm obviously not just going to fucking blow my nose out on stream. That's be one of the most disgusting things that has ever existed. But I may have to occasionally pause for such purposes today. But it's okay because it's Satisfactory, so it's not like it's... We don't have any crazy high-octane action going on. We're just going to try to plan out a factory. And this factory is going to be especially wonky. Everyone's talking about computer things. So I have absolutely no front on which I can weigh in on this conversation because I know absolutely nothing about computer things. I pretty much ask Hexy if I should do a thing. She tells me no, and then I do it anyway. And then I realize that I have made a terrible decision and I should have just done what Hexy told me. That cycle is my life's gameplay loop, more or less. Just over and over again. And before the airplane comes back. What airplane? I don't know what you're talking about. See, Hexy knows. Hexy is aware. Hexy has put up with enough of my garbage over the years to understand that it doesn't matter what she tells me because I'm going to ignore her and do something stupid anyway. I'm just an air smashing components together. Oh god, the airplane sounded Satisfactory. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh shit. I forgot about the weird airplane noises in Satisfactory. Well, there hasn't been an update. Well, now I gotta go look. There hasn't been an update, so nothing has massively changed. I don't think there's been a patch.
Welcome, Squidling, to the Squiddy Pool.
So I'm just gonna throw on the background playlist. Grab this here tentacle from Maleficus Animus. 27 months in the pool. You were the shiniest Squidling. Thank you for your continued support. Alright, and then, oh, I know what I need to do. One more thing I do with my audio before I get going. Stand by. Your boy is trying to fix some stuff so that he doesn't sound like garbage. So that he sounds slightly less like garbage. I think this is supposed to be hereabouts. Probably. Seems right to me. Sure, let's do that. And, pop this lad over here. Okay. And, oh, yesterday was a match? It must have, oh yeah, definitely. There's a new fucking title screen. Well, shit. Perhaps I should look at, I didn't see that come across at all. I have Satisfactory shit come through in so many different places. How do I not see patch notes? Hold on. Where do you live, patch notes? So I guess they just don't tweet them anywhere. They just do whatever the fuck they want. Okay, the secret is their Twitter account is completely useless and is literally just for memes. So, let's go look at the Reddit, where you go to get actual information about things. Okie dokie, let's see. Is there anything important in this? Is there anything important? Look at in your own Discord, they got auto-posted in Gaming General. Who looks at Gaming General? I'm gonna tell you a secret. I read like 7 channels on my Discord server. I can't keep up with General and Gaming General and other tabletop. That is like 3 channels that are fairly fast moving. I can't be on top of all the time. But I try. I definitely don't look at Gaming General. Unless I get pinged for some. Why are you looping? Music, don't do this. Don't loop. Don't be a dickhead. Anyway. So, minor update yesterday. Rebalanced. Awesome sync. Whatever. Polish Dune doesn't really give a shit. Traversal and jump puzzle tweaks in Dune Desert. Okay. More creatures and rewards to the northern part of Dune Desert and the Dune Desert Wall. Northern part of Dune Desert being where the original coal power plant was. So I'd be some more slugs and stuff up there now. Optimize the space elevator. Power poles are going to look different. The personal storage box is going to look different. I will imagine pipeline pumps just at you when they're pumping too hard. Water extractor now sounds like a fucking pump. Reworked and optimized the visuals for a bunch of stuff. So a lot of parts might look different. None of this matters yet. Change the main menu scene. Yeah, I did immediately notice that one. That was kind of what had told me there was a large update here. Although I think the previous main menu splash had been the main menu splash since the very first beta build of Satisfactory. So they were overdue. This was long overdue for an update, and this is fucking majestic. But anyway. Well, who uses the to-do list? Who uses the to-do list? Codex now standardly opens the recipe tab. Good, nobody ever goes in there for messages. Search bar has focus, like finding recipes faster. Okay. Clients and Hypertube. Oh! Bryn's not an idiot. For this reason specifically. Up until this patch, let me do this. Maybe this will help out. Let me give him one of these. Try that. Up until this patch, clients haven't been able to turn around in the hypertube. She's not just a big dumb doo-doo. It was actually a thing that she did not have access to. That was a me-only ability to turn around if I accidentally walked into the wrong hypertube. Cool. Some crashes. Mass dismantling the hub should no longer crash the game. I don't have any of those problems. Power shards can be properly inserted with shift click. Alright, cool. I'm not gonna fucking yeet all of my power shards onto a random belt when I try to shift click them in.
Welcome, Squidling.
Conveyor belts like a half segment or less can no longer be built.
More oil.
Interesting. More oil. Wop Jr. The double sub ascended. Power of 2 subs Holy shit, the hat's staying up. 13 months. You were the fucking chosen one. Oh my god, it happened. Wop Jr. is the chosen one. The hat is standing up. The prophecy is fulfilled. Thank you for your continued support. Does that mean RIP warehouse? I don't know if that means the warehouse is going to immediately fall apart or if we cannot expand the warehouse anymore. And a half segment? I'm not sure how long a half segment is. We'll have to see. This actually might destroy our entire warehouse. I really hope it doesn't. I really hope it doesn't. But it might. It might destroy our entire warehouse. Oh, please, God. Can no longer be built. It doesn't say they've deleted all the ones that exist. Oh, please. We'll see. We'll see. Fix some land and maybe we'll fault the world less. Is any of this actually, like, any of these meaningful changes? This is the spooky change so far. I can no longer dismantle the craft bench out from under Bryn, which is unfortunate because that was funny to me. It looks like okay, this is all really stuff. Or really little stuff. This is all very stuff. Yes, this is very stuff. This is all incredibly minor. I don't think any of this really matters. The only possible fuck is this might destroy our entire warehouse. I don't know what a half segment or less is. I'm very concerned our warehouse might be obliterated. Well, it's current. Going through, it's just stopped for some reason. That doesn't necessarily mean everything's horrible. We just have to find the source of the... There's some amount of fuck right here. I'm just not positive what exactly the fuck is. Throw a couple splitters together and check. Yeah, we can test out what we can and can't do now. See if what we've lost access to. Actually, how far does this go before it stops being fuckery? Fuckery all the way up. Okay. I feel like I've detected the problem. Why are there... How are still pipes getting up here? Wait, no, that's right. That's floor 2. What are you? What the shit is this? Those are, oh. This is what AI limiters look like. Warning, be sure to always limit your AI. Do I not have an AI limiter split turned on? Because I was pretty sure I did. These are Caterium, are they not? I can't remember, Caterium should be down here. But these are stuck because they're going all the way to the end, I think, because those didn't get shucked properly. first frame also stuck. I was... The game's audio is very lagging. That's odd. I was almost positive I had set up a shuck for versatile frameworks on this one here. Damn it. That was it. I don't know if that's the whole problem, but there's an amount of problem. I'll have to deal with all this crap here for somehow. So why aren't you going? Versatile frameworks. Hello? Hello? Why you know? Do. What am I missing? What's what am I missing, chat? Versatile framework. In here. Out left. Why you know do? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, there has been a change of hands. I am missing clearly the wrong butt on the throne. That's our problem. I see. I see. Okay. Okay. That's something I can fix. And what I'm pretty sure is actually your second ascension. Not just one, but 2 times seated upon the mighty tentacle throne. So welcome back. So seriously, why I don't know.
A new hand touches the beacon.
I have several questions. Someone mentioned a queen. Hey, what's up, Blood Queen Gwen? And Scum Pingvin 145, thank you for the follow. Maybe there's something stuck on this? You shouldn't be here. That's a separate problem. Why are the versatile frameworks not versatilely frameworking? Connect to the wall? It can't connect to the wall. It's going into the splitter. You can see it. It would be connected like right here. When you have a splitter, like face fucking a wall outlet like this, I actually don't think you can connect to the wall at all. But you would definitely see it. It would be connected right here if it was. That's definitely going into the splitter. I am at a loss. I have no idea why this isn't working. And I'm not actually sure what to do about it. But we have a follow-up problem, which is that AI limiters are here, and AI limiters shouldn't be here. Why do I feel like smart splitters stopped working?
Welcome, Squidling, to the Squiddy Pool.
Oh, hey! 6 months in the pool for Blood Queen Gwen. Guess what kind of hat that is? It's a new one for the half. Where's my tentacle? It's a new one for a half year in the pool. You with the shiniest Squidling. Thank you for your support. Thank you for that hot Twitch Prime. Appreciate. Free subs are the best subs, because you don't have to pay for them. So the follow-up question, AI limiters go here. How are they getting past this? Because this is not on any undefined. We got a couple oopsie poopsies on any undefined, but this does not answer the... I have a theory. I have a possible theory. Let me get back up front here. Maybe, just maybe. Up here at the top level of Stupid Town. What if the problem is that there's one in here?
Welcome, Squidling, to the Squiddy Pool.
Big brain. Big fucking brain. Let's switch that real quick. Boop. I'm gonna have to do this for a minute because I fucked up my eye limiters, but that's okay. Luciant, 67 months, all consecutive. You are the shiniest Squidling. And let us return to the glorious world of background music. Okay. Yeah, for the moment, let's just do this. Literally just... Can I do yes? I would like everything. Just literally put everything to the left. I have to do it manual style. Are you serious? Ah! How'd they get so mixed up on the belt? They come from the same factory. God, this is hell. This is hell. Actually, I can put this to any undefined, right? The fuck? Okay. We did it. We did it, Chad. I need to go over here and just drain the back end. Drain the actual fucking swamp. Okay. Great success. I will take these. We'll go into the back of row 4. We'll take the literally oh, it was one full stack. That makes sense, I guess. While they were getting offloaded, they were shuffling. Okay, I see it. Everything should be fine now. Everything should be fine. So this is slowly filling up with versatile frameworks, where project parts live. That's why you should shuck whenever it doesn't get sorted. Well, I don't need a shuck. I forgot any undefined. I just forgot an any undefined on the AI limiters, so it was 50-50 in the AI limiters. The shuck was not the problem there. That was a miscode. Floor center was on random swirly thingy. Normally I have a shuck on the tail end. Because it's going back away from the sink, I've just been too lazy to put it back on. It's literally just lazy. I'll stop being lazy someday, probably. Not really, I highly doubt it. Okay, so, speaking of shucks, what's going on in Steel Shuckland? I believe you and not you. Not you either. You two are shucking to a direction. I'm gonna assume left is correct. None of the rest of these are ever gonna fucking fill up. Let's be realistic with ourselves. I think the entire bottom floor is shucking. That's bringing me heavy modular frames and motors from this giant rectangle, which is just doing giant rectangle stuff off in the distance. And Caterium goods, which are being a little slow rolled in the fact that they come in such a ridiculous amount. This is the one I'm gonna have to be careful with. This bitch is gonna fill with relative swiftness, I think. But it's okay, because once it does, I'm just putting quick wire into a shuck. Why the fuck not? Free candy is free. Sort these, please. What do I need to grab before we go begin today's magical adventures? I need some plates. I need some rods. Give me some basic bitch equipment, please. I need a stack of rips. I'll take some modular frames. Top off my rotors. I'll top off my copper wire. Need to grab a couple stacks of this here cable. I believe I'll take sheeting down here. Because we're getting into pipelines now. I'm gonna need these.
Have you eaten? You know I don't care. Here. Egg. Nutritious, delicious egg.
Hoblin. Thank you for the $5 and the delicious, nutritious egg. I have, actually. I had a tuna sandwich earlier. Tuna sandwich on a Publix onion bagel. It was pretty good. But I always appreciate that you guys care. Let's go, Squid. How do I give Extinction Curse Party hero points? Okay, so I'm actually working on that. That was most of what I was doing this morning. Fuck me, how do I get up here again? I've adapted a bit of a weird schedule for myself. Which is that my days off are mostly days off. And my stream days, I work from about when I wake up to when I go to sleep. 6 hours of that is sitting here playing a game and streaming, and that's largely the break in the actual work day, because I just get to play video games. And for about 5 hours before and 2 to 3 hours after, I am working on stream content. Mostly Pathfinder related. So I was figuring that out this morning, derp, and that I made an entire second set of notifications, of like pop-up notifications, for subs, for tips, for follows, for everything. Just for now, temporary, out of generic Streamlabs. Why am I here? What am I doing? Generic Streamlabs defaults to use during the Extinction Curse show, to use during the Pathfinder show. And that is how we will hero points. Okay. This back of this is real fake news. Aware of that. At any point during the Extinction Curse show, anybody can tip an amount I have not decided yet. It's probably going to be $3 or $5 to give a player a hero point. And any tip of that or greater for now will give out a hero point. Now we'll just have a thing about that on screen. Oh, look at the person. Oh, they're little tubs. They look like they're little Home Depot totes. Look at them. They're little fucking Home Depot totes. I love them. They're beautiful. They fit with everything else now instead of being bright red and white for like no reason, looking like a barbershop pole. Alright, so what do I require to build some of this dumb shit? I'm gonna have to bring motors with me. I have to bring motors with me, and I'm gonna have to bring an amount of heavy modular frames. Didn't power explode? It makes that sound every time the game loads. It doesn't mean anything. Every time you load in, you hear your power go down. Okay. I don't want to do this inventory-wise. I have to carry more things. I guess I'm not really gonna cut down. I'm just gonna add another stack of things I have to carry. I can't really cut down. I can do this. That's probably fine. I don't think I need all this. What's up, Omnivore? I only need huge stacks of these when I'm building a really crazy factory. So we're gonna have to do math. We're gonna have to do some actual fucking psycho math. It's time for paints. All good Satisfactory streams must begin with an outing of paint. So I'm gonna come up here, out of the way, to yonder, and we're gonna start figuring. Oh, he plastic, raw plastic too. Oh my god, I didn't even see that. Son of a bitch. I need raw fucking plastic? Really? Really now? This is how we're gonna do this? My manufacturer's gotta be the most complicated object in the history of the universe. This is just a frickin' production machine. Just give it to me. a stack to 100. All right, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. Do I need rubber for anything? No? Not yet? Okay. Okay. Not yet. I get a faster way down from this. I'll hypertube. As we're getting up to these higher floors, I feel like a hypertube alongside the elevator to skip a couple of them or to send me directly to specific floors could be relatively useful. Okay. Manufactorum. Can I reach that shit from here? Fantastic. Give me one moment. I must fetch the thing. Behold. The beast. I suppose I should also open this. This is probably important too. So it tells you where stuff lives for future reference. Okay. Motors didn't turn out to be too bad. Let's do something that is too bad. Just make a whole extra section here.
Welcome, Squidling, to the Squiddy Pool.
Araveus, 20 months. Oh, you were the shiniest Squidling. Thank you for your continued support. This is going to get super awkward because this is going to be the first factory that involves liquids now because oil is a thing that exists. So, if we want to make, I'm pretty sure we already designated a color for oil products, which was red. That's stupid. It should be purple. I don't know why I made it red. It's now going to be purple by the power of Paint Bucket. Why the fuck did I make this red? Boom, problem solved. Now it's purple. So, fuck, what do we need? Well, this actually doesn't look too bad. These are all very simple objects. This isn't a thing that is made of other more complicated things. This isn't a thing that's made with a thing that's made in an assembler with a thing that's made in an assembler with another thing that's made in an assembler. This is a raw product, a raw product, and a raw product with one thing that's made of two raw products and an assembler. We can do that. We can handle that business. This is actually, and I remember this too. I remember consistently that computers are always a weird breath of fresh air after heavy modular frames. Because heavy modular frames are the ones that are really bad. We'll do a dupa, dupa, a dupa, a dupa. Put it up. So we need circuit boards. You know what I should do? Were I a person who did smart, I could save myself a lot of space here. Because this is just raw goods. This is just raw goods. This is just raw goods. And now I can do verticality. This is the one that needs space. Because, like, one of these is... This is iron fucking screws. We've seen you a billion times. This is just cables. This is plastic. And this is circuit boards, which may require additional space for itself. And a circuit board is made out of its own subset of plastic and something else. I'm pretty sure it's just copper wire, but we'll look later. I'm not in the business of guessing right now. I don't want to guess shit and be wrong. I'd much rather be able to just throw this together quickly without any freaking problems for once. Casted screws put out 50. 50 of these lads. Cables put out 30. 30 of these lads. Now comes the complicated part. The fun stops here. Plastic? We have so much room for activities. Plastic puts out this fucking Chungus fluid. Chungus fluid can turn into a lot of things. Chungus fluid can turn into residual fuel, which can go into a bonus power plant, or it could be turned back into recycled plastic, but we would need rubber. Okay, let's do some math here. Regular plastic is made with 30 cubic meters of crude oil for 20 plastic. 30 to 20, 3 to 2 ratio. This is made with 30 fuel, 30 rubber. Rubber is also made 30-20. So that's 45 crude oil to get 30 of this. And that makes 20 gross shit, which is a third of this, which is less than that. Fucking hell, I hate liquid. All right. And I need 30. That would make 30, because I'm boosting this. So I'd make 30, which would make 20, which is almost enough for recycled plastic. This is gonna get really weird. Point is, it would only take like... I would definitely be making more plastic than I'm using cubic meters of oil. The problem is I have to find a point at which this lines up and just pump plastic out. See, it's polymer resin, unfortunately, which is a byproduct of fuel. Otherwise, just water. All right, side project. Side project. Okay. So plastic. Hold on. Maybe more complicated than I thought. So plastic is made with rubber and fuel. Rubber is made... No, it's not made, it's byproduct. And it puts out this, but it also puts out heavy, what's it called? Heavy oil residue. It also puts out hoe. Now this is byproducts are where I'm not, my notation falls apart, because I kind of just have a progress tree of things rather than like a flowchart or anything, so it sort of starts to fall apart when I get into byproducts. So to put out, hypothetically, 30 rubber, we're putting out 30 heavy oil, which is turning into fuel, but it is only turning into 20 fuel, so I need 10 more fuel. So if I produce regular fuel, I get 40 fuel, which will give me 10 here of this fuel, but it will also output a second batch of... Oh, this problem's happening again. I don't remember how I fixed this. This is actually a massive issue that I believe requires a double computer restart because something has gone wrong with my audio driver. That's not you. That is. Did I put this on the wrong thing? No, it's on enemy like it's supposed to. Its buffer is 12 billion. That is a problem. That just means my streaming PC has been on for too long. Because that is lag in a voice meter. That's a huge problem. And then when it restarts, theoretically it will be fixed. However, that is a large theoretical. That's a big theoretically. We'll see how that goes. If it cuts again, that's good. I'm gonna have to restart the PC. I haven't figured out any other way to deal with that. So this extra 30 fuel could go into a second plastic. This setup here produces a plastic. But it needs another 30 rubber. It needs another 30 rubber, which produces another 30 heavy residue, which produces another 20 fuel, which needs another fuel. And the fuel's also producing polymer resin. How much polymer resin? 30 polymer resin? Which isn't even enough for a residual rubber. This is a weird bitch! Okay. And I can't really offload any byproducts into a power plant, because if I do, the amount the power plant wants will be variable. And because of that, it will either back up or starve. Holy fuck. What's up, Graz Darkfang? How you doing? Alright, so I want plastic. Digital robots made out of polymer resin. What if I just produced fuel? This doesn't have to go at max. What if I just produced fuel out of my pump? Takes a lot. Takes a lot of this. You can't put byproducts in the trash. I mean, I guess I could blend it all into like petroleum coke and put petroleum coke in, but I don't know if you can put petroleum coke in the sink either. If I produce fuel, I have 40 fluid, 30 polymer resin. That fluid, that fuel, gets processed into recycled plastic. See, the difficulty is what this introduces is a locked ratio. That's what's really interesting here, because I have unlimited cosmic power down here with overclocking, up until liquids, I could just change the ratios to be whatever I needed. This introduces a fixed ratio. For every 2 plastic I produce, I will produce 1 cubic meter of this. I can't change that. That's a fixed ratio. For every 4 cubic meters of fluid, I'll get 3 polymer resin. That's a fixed ratio. And the fact that I can't change those is an interesting conundrum. So residual plastic out of polymer resin takes a lot of polymer resin, which I can't just produce polymer resin.
Welcome,
to
Squidling, to the Squidding Pool.
Alexander!
The soft part of the sub is sometimes called the Twitch Prime.
22 months. You were the shiniest, Squidling. Thank you for your continued support. By the way, chat, the Grand Tabletop conversion has begun. My tabletop streams' average viewership is higher than my regular streams.
Welcome, Squidling,
the project is progressing according to plans. Paladin Janny. Also, oh, not also, that's 25. I'm dyslexic. 25 months, you were the shiniest, Squidling. Thank you for your continued support. 1 almost to 2 years and 1 just passed. Still both going strong. I want to make use of this. It's just hard. A full-time GM soon. It's coming. The dream is approaching, Grez Darkfang. The viewership, the consistent average viewership is higher on my Pathfinder streams than my regular streams. The dream is developing, chat. It's happening. Motherfucker. So I can 3 to 2 heavy oil into residual fuel. How much do I actually need? $45 minute plus the amount to make circuit boards. It's a lot, actually. Because I'm definitely not going to go lower than that. Less than 2.5 computers per minute? Yeah, I'll fucking suck dick. I do have several circuit board options. Several options. I just saw you put up the actual Extinction Curse on the channel instead of just the VOD. That's super nice because I'm behind in Twitch VODs like the fuck client browser. I'm not sure what you mean, but I'm glad I'm helping. I don't know what you're talking about, though, Alexander. This is 30. So if I want to do this raw, we're looking at 75 plastic per minute. That's what we need. That's a lot. This is made out of petroleum coke. And rubber. There's interesting potential here. This uses 8.8 per minute, and this is interesting. If I just roll Caterium into this, which is a challenge, admittedly, I could produce them much more efficiently. This is looking like a winner here. Electrode circuit board piques my interest. It does inherently produce slower. I don't know about that part, because it still needs 30 rubber. That's a weird one. That's a weird one. In my tabletop session a few nights ago, the noble elf, my group rolled a nat 1 and got wasted after 4 glasses of wine. Can't hold it. What a champ. What the fuck? Okay, but the crux of this is we got to figure out the plastic problem. Before we figure out the computer problem, before we even touch that, we need to figure out the plastic problem. And the plastic problem is an interesting problem, because this is a whole new methodology of thinking here. This is an entirely new system. And it's very different than anything Satisfactory's had before, and I gotta kind of wrap my head around it. So to produce 20, which is a fucking low number. This has got to be more flowcharty too. That's going to be really interesting. Okay, so this is made directly from 20 source oil.
Welcome, Squidling,
Directly from 20
to the
source
Squiddy
oil.
Pool.
Mirne 11, 16.
I found my hat.
That's
Let
good.
me put that back on my head.
26 months in the pool. You with the shiniest squidling. Hype train, lol. Thank you for your continued support. That's 20. That's a direct production. And that is going to byproduct 10 hoe. If I just make it normally. What can I do with 10 heavy oil residue? I could make fuel. Because heavy oil residue is, I think, just fuel or petroleum coke. I think those are your two options. It goes into fuel or it goes into petroleum coke. Those are the only two choices. Because these residuals are made of polymer resin. So this fuel is 60 to 40. So 6. Yeah, I got to restart my computer. Son of a bitch. I got to restart my computer. I can't get around that. Has it really been that long since I restarted Stream PC? Son of a bitch, voice meter. I swear to God, I had no problems with voice meter until I tried to upgrade to voice meter potato, which is supposed to just be, it just has more channels. It's not even supposed to be functionally different. It just has more channels, and now everything's broken all the time. I've never made it work right again. I've never managed to get it back to functional since I switched to potato, which is super fucking unfortunate because it took a really long time and a ton of effort to get these virtual audio cables working, and I just do not have the audio engineering knowledge to make it work again, and this has just been, it's been a disaster. It's been a disaster for like a month. I shouldn't have upgraded this. Anyway, I gotta restart my streaming PC. I think that's the only way I'm fixing this audio problem. So I'm gonna BRB. It's gonna be a few minutes, and then we'll get back to trying to figure out the magic and science of liquids. And I just gotta hope that a PC restart works, because I actually don't have other options. That's really it. I'm gonna restart both PCs. Just gonna kinda hope that fixes it. BRB.